that better or is that worse? I don't even know. Okay. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I wanted to talk about life. Lately I've been thinking a lot about my life right now and what I want to do in my future, and also, sounds kind of morbid, but death. Our lives are so short, like maximum we'll probably live to like 105. What does that imply? No, there's a spider outside. Little baby spider outside the window. Yeah, so our sinking. Our lives are super short, and a lot of us put a lot of time and effort and just energy in general into things that like don't make us happy or things that we just don't really want to do. And so I've been thinking about those types of things, and then I've just kind of been thinking about my future in general and thinking about my hair is getting all crazy. Thinking about my future, I can't talk. This is the third time I've done this video because of lighting, because I just ramble and editing takes forever. So bear with me. Thinking about my future had me thinking about the order that most people expect me to live my life in. And a lot of people my age and just people in general are expected to live life and go through life in a certain order. And that order, I'll just kind of give you a rough idea of what that is. So a lot of us are expected to first go through school, elementary, middle, junior high, high school, whatever, and do relatively well, often do sports, other activities, but get good grades for sure. And then we're expected to graduate high school on time, and after that either move out, but definitely go to college, and we're expected by that point to know what we want to do for the rest of our lives, even though we've barely made it through a quarter or a fifth of our lives. It's pretty unreasonable, but after we go to college, we're expected to go to college, graduate college, then get a job in the field that we studied for, be successful monetarily pretty much, have a good paying job, and somewhere in between high school and getting our lifelong career that we've worked so hard for, we're expected to meet somebody that we want to spend the rest of our life with. And after that, we're expected to get a house, get married, and then have kids. Sometimes marriage and getting a house is flipped. That kind of is not really that important, but for the most part, that's the order people expect us to live our life in. And lately, I've been thinking a lot about not doing my life in that order. And I know a lot of people who don't do life in that order, and they're doing just fine. However, for some reason, people are just super judgmental and think that if you do life out of that order, you're not competent enough, or you're not wise, or you're irresponsible or childish maybe. But I don't think that's true at all. I think that if you are just a responsible person and take care of your priorities or take care of your responsibilities and prioritize and are just a decent human being, literally you can do whatever you want with your life and in whatever order you choose, or whatever order your life happens to be going into. A lot of times we're thrown curveballs, and that just takes us straight out of the order and we're disqualified. But yeah, so basically I'm just annoyed of any judgments that people have against those who deviate from that order that we're expected to follow. And although up to this point in my life I haven't really deviated much from that order, I went through elementary, middle, and high school, did exceptionally well. Like I did fine. I had good grades and everything. I did extracurricular activities. I had a good group of friends. I graduated on time easily, started college right away. Still lived with my mom, but started college, and I kind of knew what I wanted to do. This is where it strays a little bit. I've changed my major a few times, but for some people that's like, oh my gosh, like you don't know what you want to do, like oh my gosh, how are you going to be successful if you don't know what you want to do by the time you're 20 or 18 even at that. So I can just say for sure, like my career doesn't necessarily define my success as long as I enjoy the career I'm in, enjoy the work that I do, the people that I'm around. Like that will contribute to my happiness and in turn contribute to any success that I want. Happiness is the main success for me, my main kind of goal in life. And different things make different people happy, and different things are part of people's success or are not part of people's success. So yeah, I haven't really deviated much from this order that I'm expected to follow. But at this point in my life, the age I am, I'm turning 21 in 2 months, yeah? Like 2.5 months. And a lot of the pressures that I'm having right now are to have a baby, to not have a baby, to get married, to not get married, and then what order to do all of this in. And ultimately, that decision's up to me, and those decisions are up to me and my boyfriend, and not like other people. Like why, like your opinion doesn't really matter. Sure, you can share your experience, but ultimately that's up to me and my partner for something. So like if I wanted to drop out of college right now because I really just didn't know what I wanted to do, or I thought landscape design wasn't really a reasonable route for me, nobody can stop me. That's up to me. If I decide like that's what I want to do, then that's what I would do. As long as I can make responsible decisions and wise choices from there on out, like nobody should have a problem with that. Nobody should judge me for being a college dropout. Like, ooh, whoop-de-doo. College sucks sometimes. A lot of the time, actually. But, yeah, so pretty much I just feel like we should stop judging people for what they do and for the order they live their life in. I know several people who had children before they got married and maybe aren't even married yet or don't plan to be married anytime soon. I know people who want to buy a house and don't really care to be in a relationship. I know people who don't want children at all. Like, all of these things are totally okay, and I have no reason or am in no place to judge anybody for those decisions or their, vision of their future and their definition of success. Like, I can't judge that. Who am I to judge that? I ain't gonna judge you. So, but that being said, I also want to say that if you are somebody who does follow that order, that's expected of them. Go through school, graduate high school, go to college, graduate college, meet someone in that time frame, get a job, and then get married, buy a house, have kids, whatever. I'm not going to judge you either just because you did something that's more traditional. And I don't think anybody should judge you for that. If they've done something different, a lot of it, I think, is that we just judge what's different from ourselves, our goals, our experiences. So all this judgment needs to stop. There's so many different people, types of people in the world. We all have different experiences, characteristics, personalities, interests, opportunities. We're not all going to go through life the same way. We don't all want to go through life the same way. For some people, having a family is what would make them happy. That would be their definition of success. For some people, it's having like a mansion and making tons of money. Like, that's their version of happiness and success. Good for them. Good for the person who also wants to start a family. Like, it's 2017, people. We need to just get it together, start loving each other, quit hating on each other and judging each other. It's not getting us anywhere, and we all actually would be better off if we just accepted and acknowledged, hey, that thing makes that person happy, or they made that decision, good for them. start applauding people instead of hating on them. Like, I don't know. I don't have much of that experience being judged much that way, but I do get pressure from like family or coworkers or just people I know in general to do something or to not do something because of my age or because of my, you know, position, like being a college student right now, or because I've had a boyfriend for a very long time. You know, I hear so many different things from so many different people, and they started to like get to me, and I thought that maybe one thing or the other was right, but really neither is right or wrong. You know, the decision's up to me. So kind of just wanted to spread some love, shed some light on, you know, this situation. If there's anybody out there who's relatively young, or just anybody in general who feels like they're less of a person because they strayed away from following life in that certain order, don't feel like less of a person. As long as you're striving for happiness and being responsible and taking care of your responsibilities and just, yeah, striving for your own happiness and striving for your own success and being a decent person, you should feel really good about yourself, and you should feel like on top of the world, because, you know, everyone should feel like they're on top of the world. And that's kind of all I wanted to say. If anyone watching this agrees, disagrees with what I have to say, if you have something maybe to add to this, go ahead and share that in the comments. I'd love to know what you guys think. No hate though. It will be deleted if there's any hate on anyone, but you know, people do have different opinions, so go ahead, share them down below. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. I hope it was concise. This is the third time I've recorded this, so I'm hoping that I was able to slim it down a bit and make my point clear. So let me know what you think. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and hit that subscribe button. And it also helps to share with friends and family. And you know, if anybody judges you, send them this video and be like, hey, shut your mouth. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I love you all. Have a great day. Bye.